What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan. I'm BMX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our first deck profile for the BT23 format, and this one is a bit of a holdover from EX10 because we did play this in EX10. This is Belphemon, the new Belphemon with the new promo support as well as the X-Antibody support. Still loving this deck. This is our green deck, not really our purple deck. Well, you'll know which one our purple deck is when we get to it because Belphemon's green now, which I think is really cool. This suspend abilities are really good. And so it kind of just goes hand in hand with what Belphemon can do, and I can't wait for us to get more support for this deck. But it actually's got some pretty great support and is a lot more playable than it was before. So we're going to get into it and start off the deck profile. And as always, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. Running a split egg count, I'm doing 3 Demimera on deletion, draw 1, trash 1. And 2 Cupimon on deletion, trashing 1 card in your hand, gain 1 memory. So the reason I like this is because sometimes you don't necessarily want to, you want to draw cards, but sometimes it's better to reduce your hand size in this deck. So the Cupimon actually reduces hand size, but increases memory size, which can help you complete plays. So I do like 2 of that. I'm just in a tournament scene, I might play 4 of this and 1 of that, but we're still gonna play the 5 eggs and. But I like the 3-2 split sometimes. So that's our Digi Eggs. Getting into the level 3 lineup, of course, we're still playing 4 copies of the Proto Gizmon. Really, really good. On play, draw 1, then trash 1 card in your hand. All turns can't Digivolve. When you play this card by deleting one of your level 2 Digimon in the breeding area, reduce the play cost by 2, so you can play it for 1 by destroying your Digi Egg, which you don't get any ability from it, but you do get to flip again next turn, hence why you play 5 eggs. And then on deletion, by returning 2 cards with Gizmon in their names from your trash to the bottom of the deck in any order, you may play 1 Gizmon AT from your trash without paying the cost. Now, this is, you gotta be careful because you gotta have the Gizmon AT in the trash. So if you put it up, if you only have 2 and you put it underneath, you can't play, and it's only from trash. So you gotta be very careful about how you use this ability. Next up, we have 4 copies of the new promo Fascomon. This card is amazing. Digivolves for 1 because we're not playing a Kapurimon. If there is a good Kapurimon egg that comes out for green or purple that goes with this deck style, I definitely hope they do that in the future, but it hasn't happened yet. So on play, when Digivolving, reveal top 3. On play, on deletion, not when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Belphemon or Gizmon in its text among them to the hand, and then return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Then trash this, trash 1 card in your hand. You can add tamers with this because it just got to have Belphemon in the text. So the nice thing is it adds the card to your hand, but then it trashes 1 card in your hand. So it sets up your plays, and it doesn't add to your hand size, which because you really only want less than 6 cards in your hand at all times in this deck. And then inheritable, end of your opponent's turn once per turn by trashing 1 card in your hand. Spend 1 of your opponent's Digimon. This can be really helpful as well, limiting that hand size if you do have a stack with him in it. And then lastly, we're playing 4 copies of Ukumon. Again, we have 5 eggs. This is a little bit dangerous of a card because you do not want to exceed hand size, and this card searches. So generally you want to attack with this, chip away, because you only want it doing you the favor once to get you thin out the deck and get to the pieces you need to go off on your plays. So again, be very careful with this. It's also good on the board because it keeps your eggs flowing and potentially gets you that Astamon play that you need to do the sleep mode play. So that is it for our level 3s. 12 level 3s, high level 3 count in the deck now, but it's working out. It's pretty good. Next, for level 4s, of course, we're playing 4 copies of AT. Same thing, doesn't Digivolve. The only on play, draw 2, trash 2. You can delete level 3 Digimon to reduce the play cost by 4, so he plays for 2. On deletion, same thing. You can return 2 cards and then play the next Gizmon. 2 cards with Gizmon in their names, and then play the next Gizmon XT from the trash, paying the cost. Same things you got to worry about there. I eventually hope we get a new line of this, but we'll see if that ever happens. I'm also playing 1 copy of Punkmon. On play, when digivolving, trash 1 card to your hand until the end of your opponent's turn. One of your Digimon gains blocker and retaliation, which is decent. And then your turn, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP. This is cool because if you can do that to, like, say, like an Astamon, and digivolve into Belphemon, you can give it block or retal, which is actually really, really good. And then plus 2,000 DPs. It's just there for the trash ability, really. 1 copy of Eismon Scatter Mode. Draw 3, trash 2. Really, really good card. Especially if you play it, off of an ability, or just hard drop it. Honestly, sometimes. And then 1 Eismon, because if you're playing the Eismon Scatter Mode, you play the Eismon. And that's really, there's no level 4s because you just don't go into them much in this deck. Into our level 5s, we play 3 copies, only 3 copies of XT. XT is pretty good because, if you pop a level 4, you can reduce cost by 6, so you can play it for 3. It's got blocker. It's got on play, play 1 Akihiro Kurata from your trash without paying the cost. And then all turns this Digimon can't Digivolve, obviously. And then on deletion, you may play 1 Proto-Gizmon from your trash for paying the cost. So you don't have to, put stuff at the bottom of the deck. You just get to go back to your Proto-Gizmon, so that's really kind of cool. And then, you just rank up, and then you play, so you can throw your Tamers in the trash because you get to play them for your trash for free. So that's really good as well. So I like 3 copies of it. It's really, really good. You want it to set up your Kuratas, especially the BT13 one, which is really good. We play 4 copies of Astamon. It's got the on-play when digivolving by deleting 1 of your other purple Digimon. This Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with Belphemon in its name in your hand without paying the cost. So this is why you want to keep sleep modes in your hand and rage modes in your trash. Helps you go into this. And so the nice thing is you can just hard drop this, go into your opponent's turn, and try to set up the next turn where you will potentially kill. And then opponent's turn, once per turn, when a card is trashed from your hand, you may play 1 level 4 or lower purple Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. So when you use your Belphemon sleep mode, you can then potentially play cards like Eismon, the level 4 Punkmon, and get that retaliation blocker on your stack, which is really, really good, and then have another body on the board, so that's kind of cool too. So yeah, or you can play like out the promo Fasco, so it's level 4 or lower, so it's good. Proto Gizo, all those sorts of things, plays a lot of good stuff. So yeah, Astamon's really good. You need 4 copies of it. That is it. You don't digivolve an Astamon a lot of times. You just play it. You try to get enough memory to play it and put your opponent in a bad spot, and just have another Digimon on board, whether by proto-gizing or whatever is going on. Going into level 6s, I'm playing 3 of the new EX10 sleep mode. I like this one better. It's on play when Digivolve by placing 1 Belphemon Rage mode from your trash as this Digimon's top Digivolution cards until your opponent's turn ends. This Digimon can attack, and your opponent's effects don't affect it. So it's unaffected, which is always really, really cool. It digivolves from a Rage mode for cost 1. So you can go back into it off of Rage mode. Opponent's turn, once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon suspend by trashing 2 cards in your hand, suspend 2 of their Digimon or Tamers. So if your opponent's trying to go for game and they're unsuspending, you could potentially interrupt that play, suspend multiple stuff. I like this because suspending stuff is a little bit better than negating an attack. Negating an attack is good too, but you have to wait for timing. And a lot of abilities go off before that attack happens, which is sometimes doesn't help you. So I do like that a little bit more. Plus you can suspend Tamers, which can have negative effects for your opponent's plays as well. We play 2 copies of the sleep mode from BT13, which of course is the same thing. Place Belphemon Rage mode as its top Digillusion card, and then it's can attack and isn't affected by your opponent's effects. And then it has the when your opponent's turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon attack by trashing 2 cards, end the attack. So it is, yeah, it's an interesting ability. You can end the attack, which is good. And then we get into the major point of the deck, which is the 4 copies of Rage Mode from EX10, which has Fortitude, which has start of your main phase, suspend all of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. Then if you have 6 or fewer cards in your hand, this Digimon gains Piercing and Security +2 and plus 3000 DP for the turn. The cool thing about this is if you Digivolve on top of him for the new X-Antibody, and you got this at start of main, you still have the Piercing, you still have the Security attack +2, you still have the plus 3000 DP. So that's really cool. And also start a main phase on play or when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's suspended Digimon or Tamers. So it has Tamer hate to the max. Doesn't matter. It just has to be suspended. And the fact that it suspends all of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon at the start of the main phase, and because the new sleep mode can suspend Tamers, it sets you up for, you know, being able to pop a lot of their Tamers and really slow down their board. So really, really good. Plus it has the opponent's end turn. This Digimon is Belphemon Sleep Mode. Trash this Digimon's top stack card. So it automatically, the whole thing is you survive your opponent's turn with Sleep Mode, and then you get a Rage Mode next turn that's going to do a lot of damage. We do play 2 of the old Rage Mode because, like, this is just a good card. Like, you just put these in the trash. You don't care to have them in your hand a lot of the time. You just put them in your trash. And then it's got start of main, delete all your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. Then if you have 6 or fewer cards in your hand, this Digimon gets plus 3000 and security attack +1. So again, not as good. Doesn't get piercing and other stuff like that. And only security attack +1. End of attack by deleting one of your other Digimon and suspend this Digimon. So that's the benefit. It can unsuspend a little bit more than the other guy. And then end of opponent's turn, if this Digimon is Belphemon Sleep Mode, trash top, so same thing. Just not as good, so we're only playing 2 copies of it. And then lastly, of course, we're playing 2 copies of the new Belphemon X-Antibody. It's got Rush, it's got Piercing, it's got when Digivolving, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level. Then if this card with Belphemon in its name, if a card with Belphemon in its name is in this Digimon's Digillusion cards, this Digimon attacks without suspending. So the cool thing is with the new with the Belphemon from EX10, you get security attack +1, plus 3000 DP. So you're attacking for 17 off of this guy for 3 checks without suspending. So with 2 checks, you can clear security at 17k, which gets around pretty much everything, other than, you know, obviously options. But and then all you need is another Digimon on board, like an Ukamon that you had back in Raising, and you got game right there. So it's really, really good. And then, of course, end of attack. This Digimon may Digivolve into Belphemon Sleep Mode in the trash, ignoring its Digillusion requirements and not paying the cost. So when you end your attack, you can go back into your Sleep Mode if you can't finish game and have protection for next turn. And then just do it all over again. So it's really, really good. So that is it for our lineup there. And just the new X-Antibody it's just so great. Just being able to basically pretty much consistently OTK or clear security in one turn. And then we have Akihiro Kurata. When a card with Belphemon in its name would be played by deleting one of your Digimon with Gizamon in its name, reduce the play cost by the play cost of the deleted Digimon. So you can reduce the play cost to basically play your Belphemon Sleep Mode directly if you don't have the Astamon. So that's also good as well. So if you were to pop a XT, you would reduce it by 9, so you'd be able to play it for a couple. So that's something you can do as well. End of your opponent's turn, once per turn, draw one and trash one card from your hand. So it's a good trash engine at the end of your opponent's turn. And then by placing this tamer as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your Digimon with Belphemon in its name, delete one of your opponent's level 6 Digimon. So it does take care of threats. We like it for the trash ability, as well as the ability to let your XT play out your sleep mode for reduced cost. So that's also good as well. And then the new Akihiro Kurata, which is a memory tamer. If you have 6 or fewer cards in your hand, by placing this tamer as the bottom Digivolution card of any of your Digimon with Belphemon in their names, that Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with Belphemon in its name in the trash without paying the cost. So it's good, again, because you can potentially play into other stuff. You can go into like X-Antibody off of a sleep mode, and then maybe go back into another sleep mode. You get rush, so you can attack and stuff like that. Get a couple checks in there, so it just opens up avenues for the deck. But not as good as the old one, but still very valuable to have. Just the fact that you can digivolve from trash too is also really, really good. So we like to play 2 copies, and then we're playing 3 analog youth because it draws you one and trashes. Trashes stuff that you want in the trash, adds something you need in your hand, and then potentially gains you memory when your guys die. So that can be really, really good as well when your level 5s die. So we like playing 3 analog youths. We could be playing 4, but we decided we wanted to play another option here. So for our options here, we are playing 1 7th penetration, worst named card in the game. Trash, your turn when any of your Digimon digivolve into Belphemon X-Antibody. By returning this to the bottom of the deck, activate its main effect, which is delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as high or higher level as the number of cards in your hand. If you have 4 cards in your hand, you can delete a high level monster, level 6 or level 7. So that's kind of where the whole thing goes with that. Security is just activate its main effect. So yeah, really good card. And we play, of course, 1 copy of Calling for Darkness. This is a purple deck, and deleting stuff can have very good effects for you. So just being able to delete something and add 2 cards back to your hand can change the game state immeasurably. And then the last card we play is one we were playing last format. Decided to stick with 1 Underworld's Call because it can help you get out of sticky situations by playing something level 4 or lower from the trash for 4. For a cost of 4, activates its main effect off security, and you can just trash it from your hand with a trash ability to draw 1. So it just kind of helps you get into more pieces in your deck. So we decided we'd stick with 1 of those for now, instead of the 4th analog. But I'm liking the deck so far. It's a pretty good deck. I really like the new X-Antibody. It's really cool. I wasn't sure about it at first, but like when you get it together with all the other abilities and stuff like that, you're like, okay, well this is actually kind of interesting and stuff like that. It works very well with the style of the deck. The new Phascomon just being on play and on deletion is really, really great. And I can't wait to test this deck even more, just because I think it's got a lot of potential. And it's been a long time since we got to see Belphemon kind of at a state where it's just playable. It was really good in BT13, but it didn't last long. As soon as we got into Ace format, it kind of got power crept really fast. So I'm hoping this will breathe some life into the deck. But it is a really fun deck, has a lot of great cards, and a really different play style. And that's really cool in this game. But it looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.